I'm going to call our meeting to order on Tuesday, July 23rd, 2024 at 6 p.m. And Commissioner Doris, will you lead us in the flag salute?
Certainly.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, we're ready for our roll call.
Commissioner Bennett?
Here.
Commissioner Doris?
Here.
Commissioner Nichols?
Here.
Vice Chair Kine?
Present.
Chair Halley?
Here. Okay. So we'll move to the approval of minutes from June 25th, 2024.
I'll move the minutes from the date you just said.
I
Second.
second that motion.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. And no opposed. Okay, we're going to open up oral comments from the public. Members of the public may be heard on any item of interest not on the agenda. Speakers addressing the commission will be limited to 3 minutes per speaker. Be advised that by law, the commission is not able to deliberate or take action on issues presented during oral comments. Any speakers online?
No.
I'll close public comment. Okay, number 4 is our business.
All right. Hello, Planning Commissioners. The project that you have before you this evening is the Ronerville Road rezone. Our applicant is here, Mr. Tony Leonardo. It is a rezone and a general land use designation amendment from residential very low and residential rural to commercial, and the zoning map amendment will change the residential estates to commercial thoroughfare. Staff is recommending approval of Resolution P-2024-3115, which is a recommendation for City Council approval of a general plan land use designation amendment from residential very low and residential rural to commercial, and the rezoning of a total of 0.81 acres of assessor parcel numbers 202, 092, 006, and 202, 092, 003 from residential estates to commercial thoroughfare. Parcel 1 is 0.69 acre parcel, and parcel 2 is a 4.12 acre parcel. Both are located east of Ronerville Road and north of Gullickson Drive. Both parcels are currently undeveloped, and the surrounding uses include existing single-family residential development to the east and commercial uses to the north, south, and west of the subject parcels. You can see on this aerial view here that the frontage is currently developed with commercial uses, some pretty heavy-duty commercial uses. We have a roofing company, a tow company, contractors' yards, and service stations. To the east here, there is some undeveloped residential uses, and then to the south here, to the southeast, some more undeveloped residential uses bordering that commercial area. And this is the entrance to parcel 2. You can see the existing commercial uses. To the left, we have the tow company, and to the right, this long industrial building here is an existing roofing company. If there were to be future development, this would be the ingress and egress to the subject parcels. California Government Code, Section 65358 allows for amendments to any of the state mandated general plan elements up to 4 times per year. And this is the first amendment to the general plan in 2024. And you can see here on the general plan land use map, the area that would have the land use designation changed to commercial. It will, the total square footage of that land use designation is 0.81. The parcel to the north has an existing land use designation of residential rural, and the parcel to the south has an existing land use designation of residential very low. The density, the land use density will not increase by a significant amount in the rural very low parcel, as it is currently the floor area ratio is currently 0.30, and the change to commercial will only raise it to 0.35. And for the residential rural parcel, the majority of that parcel will maintain its FAR of 0.10 and a residential density of 0.1 unit per gross acre. The Fortuna Municipal Code, Section 17.07.200, for zoning amendments of the City of Fortuna Municipal Code, establishes procedures for Title 17 to be amended, supplemented, changed, modified, or repealed, including but not limited to amendment of the zoning text, changing any property from one zone to another, imposing any regulation not theretofore imposed, or modifying any such regulation theretofore imposed. And this proposed zoning amendment is consistent with Section 17.07.200 and does not prohibit split zoning of larger transitional parcels. And we have the zoning map here with the proposed changes. It will rezone a small westerly portion of each parcel from residential estates to commercial thoroughfare, expanding the existing commercial thoroughfare zone by 80 to 137 feet. And as I mentioned, the total area to be rezoned is 0.81 acres. The rezone and general plan amendment, go back, will help to protect existing and future residential uses through the development review process, with commercial uses to be allowed in this new area. Development can be held to current standards, which would include screening between the commercial areas and the residential areas to the east. It would be restricted to this area that is subject to the rezone and land use amendment, so just the 0.81 acres. They would not be able to impinge any farther east, and it would still allow for potential future residential subdivisions or other development to the residential portions of those parcels. The environmental review for the project shows that it is exempt from the California Environmental Quality Act, CEQA, under the general rule exemption, because it can be seen with certainty that the rezone and general plan amendment will not result in any changes to the environment, since the density is not increasing by a significant amount. And that is the presentation. Planning Commission action up next. Any questions that you have for staff, and then we'll open it to public comment. Close public comment, and Planning Commission will make a motion to adopt resolution P-2024-3115.
I have a question.
Sure.
Might understand that at no point in the future could the owner of this property ask for another extension of commercial zoned change on his properties?
There's nothing that would prohibit that. I don't foresee that. He's here if you wanted to ask him some questions, but from what I understand, his plans are to develop the residential portions with residential uses.
So I was just reflecting on what you had just said, and it kind of sounded like that this was as far as he could go.
No,
Maybe.
once this is rezoned, that would be as far as.
So he could come back 6 months from now and say, I want to push that line back further into my property.
He could.
Okay.
There's nothing to prohibit that.
The reason I'm rezoning it is to subdivide the back half of that and to square off the commercial to make it appealing for a residential area behind there. And the traffic will come up off of Ronerville up Gullickson and then off to the left between the
Can you
woods.
talk into the microphone, please?
Do you want to come up to the?
So I wouldn't ask for another rezone for commercial. I'm trying to make it appealing for a development behind there and tie the commercial squared up in the front. And not have access through there for a subdivision behind the commercial part. Because coming off of Ronerville Road in through Clyde's and back into there would be ridiculous. It wouldn't work.
So you're going to seek egress up off of Gullickson Road for your development?
I bought a lot between the houses there for street access to come off of Gullickson into those back parcels.
So you don't plan on developing this addition in commercial use?
No, that is not my plan. No, I wanted to make the subdivision appealing. As far as the commercial goes, I'm just trying to square it up and make it appealing behind there for everybody around that area. It'd all be one subdivision instead of commercial tied with, right. I wouldn't want to build houses right behind Clyde's. It's just not appealing.
Well, yeah, no, and it's your property. You know what values it and what people would be looking for. So
Yeah.
you wouldn't be doing something that would
Well, I don't know
cut
what
your
they're
own
looking
throat.
for, but I'm just trying to think ahead of it.
Thank you.
So.
Hi, everyone. This is Sherry Meads, the Community Development Director. I apologize. I'm attending remotely due to a medical procedure this morning. And I just want to clarify that, yes, he could come forward and ask to do more commercial, but it would end up having to go through the same process. And ultimately, Planning Commission and City Council would have to agree that that was the best and highest use of the land. So while he could come forward, and it doesn't sound like he plans to do it anyways, it is not a given.
All right, thank you.
Thank you, Sherry.
Katie, was there any public comment that came in from the neighbors? I'm assuming
No.
there was a 300-foot or
Yes.
was it 300 feet or 600 foot?
300 feet, yes. There was approximately 30 or so letters sent out, and we did not have any complaints.
No comments at all?
No comments at all.
Okay.
For or against.
This might be off the cuff, but may I ask about the big red barn?
The big red barn that would be part
Can
of
you speak?
that would be
Can you speak into the microphone, please? Thank you.
the big red barn is going to be removed. It's not salvageable.
Good.
And that would be the small commercial side. The street would come in through Clyde's, and then there would be a small commercial parcel on that side, and then the larger commercial parcels on the left side.
Thank you. That makes
So-
me feel better.
Yeah, no, the barn is.
It's a little
going to be
dangerous
removed. Yeah.
looking. Yay.
I've had enough of rebuilding barns.
Any other questions, comments, or concerns from my fellow commissioners?
Yeah, the applicant, you indicated new parcels you propose. Is it going to be a parcel map filed in the future, or is it just going to be?
It's not,
Might as well stay up there.
the subdivision is, I haven't started working on it yet for the residential. I wanted to get the commercial part done first. So it's down the road. So.
All right, thank you.
Thank you. Okay, anything else? Should we make a motion? Oh, yes, we need to open public comment. I'm sorry. did I already do that?
I thought we did.
I thought I did that. Well, I will close public comment. Again, sorry. Okay, well, I think we're on to make a motion. I will make a motion to adopt Resolution P-2024-3115, read by title only.
Seconded.
Resolution P-2024-3115, a resolution of the Planning Commission of the City of Fortuna recommending City Council approval of a general plan amendment changing the land use designation from residential, very low, and rural residential to commercial and rezoning the residential estates to commercial thoroughfare of 0.81 acres of assessors parcel numbers 202-092-003 and 202-092-006, and finding the project exempt from the California Environmental Quality Act. Commissioner Bennett?
I vote in favor.
I heard you say parcel numbers 202-092-003.
Yes, that is accurate.
This is incorrect.
This is incorrect, I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Perfect.
Commissioner Bennett?
Vote in favor.
Commissioner Doris?
Affirmative.
Commissioner Nichols?
Yes.
Vice Chair Kine?
Yes. Oh,
Yes.
Chair Halley?
yes. I'm sorry, I don't know where I am. Okay. Well, yay. Now we will move to the Planning Commission staff communication.
We'll chat a little more about, as we generally do, about the schedule. So I don't currently have a project for the next meeting. So the first meeting of August will likely be canceled, but we should have another project ready to go for the second meeting of August. Did you have any questions for staff?
Yeah, do we have any further news on the development of the lumberyard lot?
Sherry, are you there? Oh, it looks like she
Here,
popped
what
up.
was the question?
He was asking about mill site development. Sherry's been meeting with the property owner and our consultants weekly, so she.
Yeah, so the draft specific plan is actually on our website right now. And it can be reviewed, and we're accepting comments through the end of August. We're also about to release, well, I say about to, things move a little slower than I'd like when other hands have to touch it due to review by other departments. The environmental document, it'll be a supplemental environmental impact report, meaning it is tearing off of the environmental work that we did when the general plan was adopted the last time. So it's a little bit more of a streamlined process, but it's still, California regulations and certain review periods and that type of thing. So that'll be reviewed out for public review pretty soon. Then we will be bringing all of it to you guys. I would say probably the first meeting in September for the initial review and comments. We'll probably bring it back to you again, and then it would go to council for adoption. And we've been meeting with the property owners every 2 weeks. We have one this week, in fact, and we have encouraged him that if any developers if any particular tenants come forward and are ready to go, that we would, shepherd through a conditional use permit if it was necessary super quickly. But his impression, I talked to him, I think it was Monday, was that things were picking up and that, hopefully we're going to actually see something happening on the ground very soon, whether that's before the specific plan is adopted or shortly thereafter.
Thank you, Chair.
Great question, thank you. Anything else? Okay. Adjourn this meeting. I need a motion to adjourn the meeting.
So moved.
All in favor?
I need a motion in
Aye.
a second.
Second.
Okay. Now,
All in favor?
Aye.
I'm sorry, we'll get it next time. Thank you.